Don't mistake isolation for independence. As a society, I think a lot of us face this. And it's something I've wanted to speak about for a while now, among a lot of other topics, of course. Don't mistake isolation for independence. What do I mean by this? I mean, as a society, a lot of us believe that as individuals, a lot of us believe that if we isolate and if we pull ourselves away from a lot of people, then we can achieve more and we can do more. In reality, it's not that straightforward. We look at the past and there's been a lot of figures, for instance, Isaac Newton and prophets for many religions, of course, who isolated for periods of time and who came out and did something extraordinary, something beyond human. And we believe that if we do isolate and if we do cut ourselves off from the rest of the world, then we will be able to achieve something like that. But it does both harm ourselves and the people around us. And what do I mean by that? Well, we start isolating ourselves from not only our friends, but from also family. And as you know, our family do love us. But as we isolate, it makes it harder for ourselves as individuals to perceive love and know that we are loved. And I think it's something a lot of us are facing, especially in this society where we have many lock-in cultures and all the sort, where we need to kind of focus on ourselves. But also we need to realize that focusing on ourselves works to an extent. We don't want to isolate ourselves from the people around us and the people that love us. And also, as humans, we are social beings. We need to have people around us, and we needn't run away from that and push ourselves away from that responsibility. Because as humans, that's how we firstly evolved, if you believe in the theory of evolution. I don't, but I do believe that over time we have been social beings. It helps us also develop skills, develop love, compassionate, and have a sense of humanity by pulling ourselves away from all these social gatherings and social events, and even society as a whole. We become hollow. Well, at least in my experience. This is something I face specifically a lot. We become a person in theory. We're not actually living. We're just there in theory. And I hope none of you fall into that. It's like you overcompensate and you overthink everything. And that shouldn't be a way we should live as human beings. We should be compassionate and have a sense of humanity to us. But by doing that, you kind of strip yourself from the essence of humanity. And I hope none of us fall into that, including myself. And I hope as a society we can get out of that mindset that in order to achieve and in order to be our best self, we need to be isolated away from everyone. And you're not going to be able to distinguish between isolating from both friends or family. You start isolating from everyone. And then, as Theo Von says, you get to the end of your life and you realize, shit, it was a trick. You played yourself, because at the end you end up alone, and it's a feeling unbearable, like nothing you could feel before. When you feel alone, you might have people around you, but you are alone when you do that. So please listen to me and don't isolate yourself, because you can still achieve many great things by being around the people you love and the people that are there for you. And whether you think to yourself that you don't have it, I guarantee you do. You just don't know how to perceive it. It makes it hard on yourself to even perceive love, because you don't know how to love, so you don't know how to perceive love. So please try not to isolate and be together more as a society. That's something I'm working on as well, and I hope you can work on as well. There's always people there around you for you, and I'm here for you anytime. So please, I hope this video helped in any way. It was me yapping as normal. Stay tuned for my next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.